Hello and welcome to another Needlessly Complicated 14. My name is Arietta, and we are doing all the jobs, all the quests in Final Fantasy 14. Currently, we are at the level 20-ish MSQ, which is where we're going to be continuing today. Uh, I'm having a bit of an off day where I'm feeling a little bit unprepared. So please pardon me. I had to wrestle my clean laundry away from the cat, who was trying to use it as a bed. But she also chews and treads on all fabric. So, yeah, wanted to make sure that she didn't wreck all my clothes. And it definitely threw me off today. I hope you are all doing well. So, if there's any audio issue, please let me know. If there's any captions issue, please let me know. Um, I think that covers it. So, let's get right into working on stuff. Like I said, we're going to be doing MSQ as well as side quests in the area. I have a list of sorts so that we have plenty of stuff to do today. But now that we finished all the level 20 job quests, we can work on this. Okay, I had to listen in for a second. Now that Nikki is no longer uh, available, she doesn't have the availability of ripping through all of my clothes because I took them away. She is now playing with something loud in the bathroom where it echoes. Based on the sounds, it sounds like something made of cardboard. So she's allowed to have the cardboard as long as there's not anything on the cardboard, which it doesn't sound like there is. But it's always important to check. I do apologize if you can hear her making noise. I try to keep that to a minimum, but it's not always effective. Alright, so first things first, we are working on Forest Friend, which is a level 21 MSQ. Sorry, we finished the level 20 MSQs. So first things first is Forest Friend, then we're going to kind of radiate our way out from Little Solace in East Shroud so that we can get to all the other quests, because one of the challenges that I've set for this challenge run is that I want all of my jobs to be able to do the MSQ at any given time. So currently all my combat jobs are level 21 or higher, so they're able to do level 21 jobs. But in order to make sure that they're able to do that once we get to, let's see, 3 MSQ quests away, we need all of those jobs to be level 22. So I've written down kind of an order of operations as well to make sure that we get all of those leveled too. Okay, the cat's driving me up the wall. Uh, I'm going to go take the cardboard away from her. Just a second. Nikki, is this very necessary? She's looking at me like a very guilty child, so I'm just gonna close the door and leave her to it. Okay. I hope you are all staying cool and hydrated if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. It has been awful for pretty much everybody. Where I am at on the West Coast, it's 104 degrees Fahrenheit today, which I don't remember how much that is Celsius. I really need to get better about knowing Celsius. So 104 F to C. That's 40 degrees Celsius exactly. So there's that. Yeah, 40 degrees Celsius, unpleasant. Not a fan. Let's see if I can remember how to use all these jobs. I have not been playing a lot of Final Fantasy in my off time. I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley because I just needed a break, I guess. Oh, come on. Why is it? Oh, it's trying to get the boring weevil. That's not what we're aiming for. I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley instead of Final Fantasy in my off time because I've just needed a break. I've just had a lot of health-related symptoms going on that have just been unpleasant to deal with. I might end up taking an intermission today just to kind of close my eyes for a second because I've been just, like I said, dealing with a lot of bad. It's not been fun. Okay, so this is right next to the suspicious thicket, so we need to get rid of that guy too. But yeah, one of the problems that comes with having chronic medical issues is that they're chronic and they pop up when you don't want them to. Hey, can I? Why is it? Thank you. Target is not in sight. Okay. It's given me problems. I don't appreciate that. Oh. I forgot to put on... Nope. The well-fed meal benefit. That was a mistake. So yes, as I mentioned, I'm having a day. I'm having a day. It's been a lot more frequent lately. I'm not a fan of that. It's frustrating. Okay, so this is a destination for Buzzkill. So might as well just get this done. The other porcine plight is down here. And we still need to finish leveling up Thaumaturge. We're waiting. Hostile presence. So yeah, basically in order to earn the trust of our Cabbage Patch friends over here, we are doing chores, because what is Final Fantasy but chore simulator? Okay, that's one. Okay. Actually, no, that's two. I can count. That's a thing I can do. But yes, these little green leafy flying things, these are the Sylphs, for anyone unfamiliar with the game. Where? Why are there so many of you? They are what's referred to as a beast tribe, one of the non-humanoid factions in the game. Alright, so we did that. Now we're going down here. What is... Oh, brownie bush, right. Because we have a lot of things that we need to do. Including collecting whatever this is. Okay, another suspicious thicket. But I don't want to get closer to it. What if I don't want to get closer to it because of reasons like this? And I also don't want to do AoEs because reasons. So that's this person, and we're gonna wave because they helped. Okay. So that completes Buzzkill, Porcine Plight. Gonna check these off as things I'm doing. Okay, now we're going up to Meat of the Matter. What am I doing? I have a chocobo. It hasn't yet sunk in that I do in fact have a chocobo that I can call upon to help me. Oh, come on. That's giant gnat. Okay, it went away. Good. Okay, what's this one? Meat of the Matter. Okay, close enough. Uh-oh. Hi. No, thank you. I don't want to be friends. Okay, so this is... Meat of the Matter requires the box. So, hunting tools. Use. Okay, that's one trap. This would have been easier on Rogue. Now that I've locked her out of the room, I am just waiting for Nikki to start clawing at the door and meowing sadly. Oh, come on! Yes! I finished just in time. Oh, get out of the way. Try and make sure that we are out of the way of the other one as well. We do not want aggro. Okay, cool. Okay, 9 ivies. And this is the last place we're setting up traps. Okay. Traps have been laid in the bramble patch. I don't... The replacement color is upstairs? Well, not stairs so much as slopes. I believe we have to talk to someone before we get the real quest, perhaps? And they are most likely inside. So, for sake of easy ability to see what's going on, we're getting off the chocobo. What brings you here, adventurer? Floramon's replacement, you say? And you are aware of the risks? Aye, well, you do seem the capable sort. Floramon's task was to be the slaying of 6 black bats in the bramble patch. I take it you will now see to this? Very well. I wish you the best of luck. Okay, I can do that. That is a thing I can do. Also, we have to go over here. Is this a good jumping off point? Okay. One of the guards down here had seen what they presumed to be a child on the roof, so we are looking for clues. Yes, scour the signs, scour the roof for signs of a visitor. Okay. And we can just turn that in right now. Ah, you've returned. Tell me all that you have learned. A small cane, almost large enough for a Lalafellan child. This cane appears to be more suited to a sylph than a man. And at a glance, this tender green leaf looks as though it could be from a Geishel green. Found this cane atop the roof, you say? 'Tis far too small for our use. I'd wager it belongs to one of the sylphs of Little Solace, the settlement to the east. Well, I suppose that solves the mystery. It would seem that the child I saw was in fact a sylph, and I was so worried. At any rate, we should return the cane to its rightful owner. Please take it to a sylph named Delexia in Little Solace. She will know what to do with it. And while you're there, tell her in no uncertain terms that her people should not wander the forest at night. All right. And we're going to turn in this one as well, which I hope will be the end of Thaumaturge leveling. Could be wrong. Thank you ever so much. Now all that remains is for us to wait, and pray for a bountiful catch. I shall have the wood whalers check on the traps on the morrow. They are more than happy to do so, knowing that the meat will end up in their own bellies, like as not. But if I might be permitted to speak seriously for a moment, it is not an easy time to be a frontier sentry. Fearsome beasts abound in these parts, and there is the imperial threat besides. Thus I am glad that I, who cannot wield sword, may yet play a part in preparing hearty meals for those brave men and women who willingly endure hurts that simple folk like me might enjoy peace. Okay, so that's right, we're not wearing hats, so we're just going to take the money. So close! So close to leveling up. Ah! Okay, so we got halfway through Roof Raiders. And we did Presence of the Enemy. And we got a cell phone notification. Oh, also, fun fact, today marks the completion of my first 3 months streaming. So I'm very excited about that, but I inevitably forget the things that I'm excited about when I'm trying to focus on decision making and figuring out where I'm supposed to go in this game. So I have to mention these things before I forget. But yeah, it's been 3 whole months now. Okay, gotta stay away from the boars to the best of my ability. Uh-oh. Okay. I guess we are doing this. Okay. So level 22, great. Can't change jobs quite yet. Okay. There we are. Okay, that's 2 bats. And Gladiator now, so that we can finish leveling up Gladiator. Well, not finish, so much as start. Do I remember how to use Gladiator? Absolutely not. What do all these buttons mean? Um, okay, that's 4. This is shield lob. That's what I'm looking for. Trying to find that long distance. Okay. That's 5. And we can hit one on the way back. Like right there. That's a good one. Okay. Replacement color. Oh. I marked off the wrong MSQ on my physical list. Oh well. It's not that big of a deal. We'll just have to do that one next. Obvious. Okay. And here we are. So you've seen to the black bats. We couldn't have asked for a better substitute. You have my gratitude. Now, at the risk of seeming brazen, I would ask a favor of my own. Might you bear a message to Florimond for me? The lad is being overly hard on himself for his absence. Tell him that his fretting avails no one, he himself least of all. He serves the wood whalers best by getting back on his feet with all swiftness, and that requires peace of mind. Yep. When you are recovering, especially from an injury, you gotta take rest. You gotta be able to rest so that you can recover. That also includes when, like me, you have a condition that causes you to have symptom flare-ups. I am bad at resting, but I'm trying to learn to be better. Because, again, it doesn't help anyone if you keep pushing yourself and only make things worse and don't have any of that good healing. A message from Captain Annoyed? I see. Annoyed, not annoyed. The captain speaks true. I must say a great weight has been lifted from my shoulders. As bade, I shall focus all my energies on recovery, the sooner to resume my duties. My thanks again, friend. Okay, so Echo Drops. Cures most instances of silence. I don't really use a lot of the items in this game. Just not with any sort of frequency, at least. Okay, and there's that one. So the rest of these all need to be turned in, which requires running back to Little Solace. For the most part. What's this down here? Oh, I still haven't completed one of the things. I still have to find more some sort of plant. Probably a hallucinogenic, knowing the Sylphs. Yeah, brownie bush, brownie brush. And what's this down here? Oh, I still have to... Oh. I forgot that I had to do this as well. Well then. This should eat through Gladiator real quick. And sorry for the spinning camera. Just trying to get out of the way. Okay, that's 2. Okay. It was just the 2 then? It might have just been the 1 and I wasn't paying attention. But we are making progress. Once Gladiator gets to 22, which should be very shortly, we will be moving on to Pugilist. What brings Walking One to the abode of these ones? Walking One brings Cain. This one was looking under every leaf and flower for Cain. This one's heart is full of joy. Walking One is kind, like Seed Seeing One. This one likes kind ones. This one will befriend to Kind One. Kind One has this one's word. That's sweet. Okay. I don't have that. I don't have that. And I think I do have that. Yes. So what about this? Item comparison. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, except with tenacity instead of dexterity and critical hit, which actually is a bit better, so I'm going to take it. And Gladiator is done. So real quick, we are going to see... Oh, nope. Not better enough, I guess. Okay. But on to Pugilist anyway. Gonna take a sip of water. I encourage anyone else watching to do the same. Like I said, it's 104 degrees Fahrenheit, aka 40 degrees Celsius here, which, unpleasant. Why would it do that? Why? So rude. Okay. These ones must bathe in sunlight to survive. Without sunlight, these ones will fall ill and shrivel away to no ones. Thanks to Walking One, these ones can safely bathe in sunlight again. Praise be to Walking One. Antelope steak or grape juice. I have more fighting jobs than I do healing jobs. Because there's only one healing job right now. I am going to have more juice. Not juice, mineral water. Dancing One is still here. Dancing One can dance all day. This one's trust is not so easily earned. Okay, Brownie Brush. Legend says that Eorzea was once inhabited by a race of these tiny creatures called brownies, and they would use the spores of this particular mushroom to paint their faces for battle. I'm sure that's a reference to a previous game. Dancing One brings brownie brushes for this one. This one can dye thread once more. This one is pleased. Dancing One kills Bitey Buzzy One. This one hates Bitey Buzzy Ones. Dancing One is kind. Too kind. Many Walking Ones come to these ones' abode, but few are friendly like Dancing One. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust Dancing One after all. Okay. So... Yep, just crossing off quests as we get to them. This one asks Dancing One for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles since Walking Ones last came to our abode. This one must be careful, always careful. But Dancing One is not like other Walking Ones. This one can trust Dancing One. This one would ask Dancing One for help. Strange Walking Ones with bodies of steel can't come to the home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones come from Empire. Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall and bushes burn. These ones' home is in danger. Danger! This one begs of Dancing One to help this one know more. Dancing One is friends with these ones and Walking Ones, yes? Dancing One must speak to these ones here and Walking Ones in Hut House and find out more. This one has bad feeling. This one's fears ones are after something. But this one should speak no more. Go, Dancing One. This one depends on kindness of Dancing One. Alright. And we're going to turn in this to Amexia and then switch over to Archer. Walking One has made Tusk's ones go away. This one can play in the forest again. This one thanks Walking One. This one is forever and ever Walking One's friend. I love that they give us so much dye. I super appreciate it. One day we will have proper glamours and it'll be great. Okay, so now we switch over to Archer, just as I said, and make sure we are wearing the best gear. Helpful One has returned. This one is troubled. When this one ran away from nasty tusked ones, this one dropped 3 spindles of thread. This one searched Brambly Place over and over, but nothing was found. Oh, woe is this one. Helpful One will help, yes? A Helpful One will help. But first, Helpful One has to go do all the other quests because Helpful One is doing all the quests. Okay, Palexia. Strange steel walking ones? Yes, this one has seen. Steel walking ones carry big boxes. Maybe walking ones hunt for shiny treasure? This one likes treasure. Okay. And we just cruise through the trees trying to find path again. Shush, shush, this one says. Steel walking ones are scary like touch ones. This one hates scary, and scary ones have scary friends. So, again, for anyone new to Final Fantasy XIV, the touch ones are in reference to other, specifically sylphs, but other creatures in general who have become thralls to their god. The primals, as they're referred to in this game, are basically the manifestations of the gods, specifically of the beast tribes. And one of their powers is... I lost my train of thought. One of their powers is to basically turn their followers into thralls in order to help preserve their physical form by the continued flow of ether, which can be harvested through crystals. So, in order to obtain those crystals, the primals will create these thralls to go and fetch them. So the touched ones are sylphs that have been enthralled by their god. Men clad in strange armor? Why, now that you mention it, I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. I simply assumed they were adventurers. Nope. Not adventurers. Not adventurers. Like our dear adventurers here. Apparently I have something in my eye. Okay, fixed. Fearsome types clad head to toe in steel, you say? Imperial soldiers, no doubt. I couldn't tell you what they're plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. Okay, so now we go this way. Now we go this way. Okay, but first we need to check to make sure. Yeah, threads unraveled. We need to find where that is. So, on the map, okay, so that is to the north of us. which we can make happen. Can we squeeze our little chocobo through here? Ooh. Right into enemies. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, well, that was exciting. Also, this thing has a little mark over its head, which means it is on our hunt's log. So, might as well get that out of the way since we're right here. The hunt's log helps us level up faster, which is very important in this run. Okay. Aha, there's one, and it's right next to another of the hunt's log monsters. Okay, cloud silk. And there's one. Oh, this is probably going to set this one off. So, preemptive strike. And not being able to see because backed up against a wall. Okay. Oh, that might actually be funny. Hang on, writing down a note for separate future stream reasons. Okay. Alright, so now we have to find the last one, which is up here. And this is another disease treant, so apparently we needed a minimum of 3. I guess 5? No, that fixed it. Okay. Nope, it did not. Dang it. Okay. Okay, I've got all the spindles of threads. So we're just going to finish off this hunt. Can't see anything. Okay. Finished off our hunt slog. Not quite enough to level though. Boo. And now we run back as quickly as possible, trying to avoid enemies, which we are doing badly. And we're gonna run past some more of them. I'm surprised that so few of them actually aggroed. That seems incorrect at best. Okay. Without thread, this one cannot weave. Whatever is this one to do? A pure white silk gathered and spun by the sylphs using traditional methods passed down for countless generations. This one's thread. This one can weave again. A helpful one is so kind. This one thanks helpful one from bottom of this one's heart. Okay, and there's Pugilist. Oh wait, no, we did pugilist. This was archer. Did we do pugilist? Now I have to check. We did pugilist. Okay. So now it's on to conjurer, and then we're going to do rogue. But conjurer is going to be... Oh, let's do rogue first, because conjurer has a bunch of huntslug in this area. And we're going to drink more water. In-game and out of game. Okay, so this one is happy to see Dancing One return. What did Dancing One learn? This one sees steel walking ones come from Empire, carry boxes and go walking deep, deep through trees. As this one thought, steel walking ones are up to nasty, no good things. This one knows forest well. Steel walking ones try to hide, but this one will find them. This one would borrow Dancing One's map. This one makes mark, right here. This is where steel ones hide. This one knows. Dancing One will go look for steel ones, yes? Okay. And we head back into the woods. So many enemies. At least with the level 16 ones, like, they're a bit easier to get past. But they still aggro, and that's a problem. Ugh. Okay. And this one is right next to the box that we need, which is very rude. Okay, suspicious box. And hostile presence. Great. Fantastic. Gotta love it. I don't remember all of my skills. That's bad. And we're just gonna hit 1-2 buttons until we're done. There we are. Okay, search for clues in the forest. We did the thing. Yes. Okay, so company Chocobo. And we're gonna go around. Dancing One is back. This one breathed a sigh of relief. This one was worried. Dancing One found something? Yeah, I found 4 guys trying to punch me with sharp things. A list of supplies and materials to be delivered to a certain Imperial stronghold. Dancing One found paper inside of box. This is a message from Empire? This one can read Walking One symbols. Message paper has names of food and rock. Food and rocks were inside boxes, this one knows. But this one does not understand. Food and rocks mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do steel ones know to find them? Is there sneaky one hiding behind this one's wings? Snooping at one selling secrets to steel walking ones? This one fears for this one's home, but Dancing One has helped so much today. Dancing One must promise to always be friend to these ones. Yeah, okay. I like I like the little cabbage children. The little cabbage flying things. Ooh, a cutscene. Helpful One arrives at a good time. This one needs Helpful One's help. One of these ones, named Claxio, ventured outside Little Solace alone. Alone is unsafe. Helpful One must find Claxio. Claxio struck west after leaving the settlement. Hurry, before Claxio ends up in the belly of a beastly one. Okay. I help. Okay, so this is also a level 22, I think? Yes. It's a level 22 and we're not quite there on Rogue or on Conjurer, but we will try anyway, and if it doesn't let us turn it in at level 21 or do the quest at level 21, then we will actually, we're gonna hide, and we're gonna sprint while hiding. Is this sprinting? Is this what the kids refer to as sprinting? I don't feel like we're going very fast. What? Walking One wants this one to return to Little Solace? Don't make this one laugh. This one is weary of living with those who are not these ones. This one wants to be alone. These ones rely on Walking Ones for everything. No better than those ones that summoned a Primal One. Small wonder this one chose to leave. This one thought this a likely place to build a home. But then Meddling One arrives, forcing this one to go deeper into the forest. Meddling One is forbidden from following this one. Away with Meddling One. Okay. It's probably not going to let us turn it in, which means that we're going to have to fight some things or teleport out and do other quests. Because we do have other quests that we can work on. We also have a quest that we should be able to get in the area, but I don't have it in my quest log, and I haven't seen it on the map. What? Claxio refused to return to these ones and went deeper into the forest? But this one saw touched ones lurking in the forest. Helpful One must hurry. Hurry and find Claxio. Helpful One should search for spools of thread on the forest floor. Those things will lead Helpful One to Claxio. But hurry! Hurry before touched ones take Claxio away. Okay. I'm gonna check the internet real quick to figure out where this other quest is. Did I do this one? No, because it didn't say I had finished it. Dania, Central Shroud, East Shroud. Oh, no, I did finish it. Dang it. Okay. So I won't be able to turn in this present quest as Rogue. So for a little bit, I'm going to hop on Conjurer and work on the nearby hunts log. Okay. So Goblin Hunter, Wolf Poacher, Sylvan Groan, and Sylvan Sow. Those are in Bramble Patch, and these are in 9 Ivies in the Honey Yard. So we're going to start over at 9 Ivies, because we're just right there. Oh. There, now I can see chat again. Very important. Okay, so... Why? Gross. Okay, so the poachers should be somewhere right around here. There they are. And we need a wolf poacher, which is one right there. Excellent. I don't know how many wolf poachers we need, but hopefully it's enough to gain us a level. Okay, and that's a wolf poacher as well. Excellent. They're all standing right next to each other, so I'm trying real hard not to aggro the whole group. Okay, that's wolf poachers, so let's go get the goblin hunters since they are over by the honey yard, and bramble patch would be on the way to where we are going, I think. If I am remembering correctly. There. Okay. Pardon me if the music cuts out while I adjust settings. I'm still getting used to having 2 monitors and being able to see all the chat stuff without it being on my phone instead. Because, you know, that's obnoxious to have to keep looking down at my phone while playing this game. Okay. So we're in the honey yard. There's the goblins. Okay. So we need goblin hunters. Oh, they're all goblin hunters. That makes this easy. So I have something delightful on my desk right now. I was able to find vanilla latte granola, and it is caffeinated. And I am very happy about that. Okay, so now we do have to go up to the bramble patch. Okay, map. So we can take that route, which would probably be easier because we won't have as much in our way that is up to our level. And these obviously don't have the aggro on them, so they aren't going to attack us unless we attack them first. That one does, however. And since we're trying so hard to get those levels, I might as well just try and get those levels. This zone is so cool. Just always so cool. Okay, so if I go through here in this little maze of things, I should be able to get to where I need to go. And look, there's the thread that was mentioned. Okay. That was the wrong button. There we are. So, Rogue is 21,882, 21,787. Okay, so Conjurer still has a little farther to go. It says it was in the bramble patch, but I'm... Okay, so it's over there in the bramble patch, which also has a fate presently. So we can utilize this. Did we go too high? How do we get over there? No. It says we can't. That we have to enter from the opposite end. Or maybe? What? Jump? No. That's from the other end. Okay. So we'll have to... Okay. There we are. We are no longer stuck. Oh, no, no, no. It is down and around. Haha! I have figured it out. You are below level for this fate. I know. I know I am. However... That's a scream, which is not one that is on our list, but that's fine. We might need to heal momentarily. That's okay. We are almost the appropriate level for the MSQ, and that's what matters. Oh, there's a lot of them. Okay. Are you close? Close enough to hit, and that's what matters. I don't think we're going to be winning this fate by any means. However, we will be getting what we need from it. Okay, those are both Sylvan Screams. But we have to get past them in order to get to the other ones that we need. So I'm wondering if these are anywhere else, because I know they're over on the other end near Little Solace. And we are able to find them right here. However, this is the bramble patch where it claims they are. But I think it's just lying to me, which is impolite. And I don't want to go all the way over to Lark's Call. But there's a few more. And if we are sneaky, we might be able to get them. Oh, the things I do for levels. Okay. Yay! What do you mean that wasn't enough to level? That's incredibly rude. Uh-oh. We are about to get hurt. Okay. Yes, okay, now we run. We run real fast. We run real fast, and we do not look back. Okay, so, Conjurer, done. Now we switch back to Rogue, and do MSQ. And I don't want to fight the wild boar if I can avoid it, because I'm about to get into another fight. And it looks like someone's up here doing another quest or hunt's log. Okay. Hello, Claxio. You are below recommended level. Proceed? Yep, we're gonna give it our all. And if we fail, we'll just try again. Until we don't fail. Meddling One is back? This one told Meddling One to be gone. Tell Kamuxio that this one will never go back. Never! Touched ones? Touched ones should go away too. This one is a good one. Everyone should just leave this one alone. Be on guard, Arietta. These sylphs have been tempered. Brought under the thrall of the primal Ramu. Akin to the Amalja tempered by Ifrit, these sylphs exist only to serve their deity. They'll not answer to words, only steel. I take no pleasure in this, but it must be done. Are you kidding? Ida, you fight everything. Your answer is always Paunch. Which, I mean, it's a good answer, but still. Don't tell me that you aren't going to enjoy a fight. It just simply is not true. Oh yeah, these are a bit high level. Let's see, what are my actual skills? Mug delivers an attack potency of 150, increases target's damage taken by 5%. That's one to use on the next one. Okay, so you're the next one. Uh-oh. I'm having a bad time. I'm having a bad time. Uh-oh. Please, please go down. I would very much appreciate if you would go away. No, you. Hit the one that's right next to me. Jeez. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one in time. Uh-oh. What is this? Yeah, chase it away. Chase it away. Make it go away. Yes. We succeeded! Hooray! This one is safe? This one was so scared. Claxio, this one's been so worried. So very worried. Is Claxio unharmed? Still in possession of wits? Camuxio! And Meddling One as well? Why are these two here? These two came to rescue Claxio. That Claxio is safe fills this one with joy. Camuxio, forgive this one. This one did not mean to run away from Little Solace. This one was just afraid. These ones who live at Little Solace were changing, becoming friendly with other ones. This one feared that these ones were forgetting who these ones are, like Touched Ones did. But this one was wrong. This one can see that now. Helpful one. This one is grateful. This one will return to Little Solace with Camuxio and friendly ones. Well, that should see to that. Well, what say we return to Little Solace as well? I, for one, could do with a nice hot bath. All right. And now we also return to Little Solace, but we don't get a nice hot bath. Totally unfair, but you know, such is the life of the Warrior of Light. Ooh, black bats. I will deal with that later. Nope, I will deal with that now. I do not have enough levels to turn this in. Hopefully, doing this will help. I think this is Maelstrom Hunt's log as opposed to the Hunt's log for the individual jobs. Uh-oh. Okay. And it's done. Awesome. So we are now level 22 on all jobs. 22 or higher, which means we can accept the next quest in the MSQ. Very important. Uh-oh. Run away, run away. I don't know why that one didn't aggro, but I am very thankful. This one thought Claxio was lost forever. Helpful One saved Claxio. Now these ones can be family again. This one has known many walking ones, even many kind walking ones, but Helpful One is kindest and strongest of all. Helpful One is a hero to these ones. Helpful One brings these ones and walking ones closer together. This one knows. This one would take Helpful One to see Elder One. But Elder One is... What is Elder One? Why can't we go and talk to Elder One? Elder One is who we came to see. This one must ask Kind One's forgiveness. This one made a promise to take Kind One to see Elder One, yes? But this one cannot. This one cannot because Elder One is not here. Elder One is not anywhere. Elder One went into forest yesterday but has not come back. This one is worried. Elder One often goes into forest, but never, never for this long. Kind One will help find Elder One, yes? Near where Elder One disappeared is the home of a walking one named Buscaron. Buscaron may know what happened to Elder One. This one would talk to Buscaron, but walking ones do not always trust these ones. Would Kind One talk to Buscaron for this one? And Kind One comes from Gridania, yes? In Gridania live many Kind Ones, yes? This one begs of Kind One, please go to Gridania and ask fellow Kind Ones for help. And please hurry. These ones are not safe until Elder One returns. Okay, Camuxio. I'm gonna do the thing. So, we have a few things to turn in as well, which I am delighted by. Let me just make sure that... Okay, so we are following this one, and we are going to be doing these three because we are going to South Shroud, which means that we also are going to need to do Treevenge in order to finish off Leaves of Quarry Mill. Where is Treevenge? It's right beside Quarry Mill. Okay, so we're going to be taking this exit because it leads directly to South Shroud. I don't know how this map is supposed to work, but it's confusing as all get out. No, not map, journal, and now Chocobo. And now Chocobo. Very important. Cannot go anywhere proper without Chocobo. As we have learned over the past 3 months, because the Chocobo was only a recent addition to the group. I think it was... Oh goodness. Was it on the 2nd month streamiversary that we got a retainer? I think that was it. So about a month ago is when we got a retainer, which means that we got a Chocobo after that. So it's been within the past month, and we've only had it for 2, maybe 3 weeks tops. And yet we forget to use it because we've gone so long without it. Okay. Oh, Antelope Stag, you are also on my list, but you are way too high level. I will come back for you later when I am closer to level 26. 'Cause eesh, I'm not gonna be able to take that one on. Sounds like a bad idea. Sounds like a very bad idea. Okay, so first things first, since we're right here, we're going to be doing Treevenge. Which means we have to go in here and initiate it. But first we're going to read what it is because it's been so long. Hi Seki, welcome in! Okay, a new underhanded technique involving the provocation of peaceful treants to create confusion during robberies is being employed by an increasing number of local highwaymen. What is worse, these angered seed can remain agitated long after the bandits have done their damage, resulting in a forest overrun with frenzied foliage. To ensure the safety of innocent bystanders, Silklade Fane has concocted a special formula which, when sprinkled on a weakened treant, should calm the giant creature. They now seek fearless volunteers to carry out the task. Okay, and we have this. That's the hot box lunch. So I guess the item is just going to show up after we initiate it. Oh, there's a treasure coffer already. Hi, treasure coffer. Okay. I can't see literally anything. Okay. I am not using the correct things. I don't know what item it was referring to, but yeah, we're not doing great. Okay, where is it? Where is the bottle of solace we were told we were going to be given? Okay, there it is. Okay, Angered Elm. Try this. Okay. That one's calmed down. This one is not. Okay. Success! Okay. And now we're just teleporting right here, which is fine. It seems I must congratulate you on completing the trial leave. Here is a reward to entice you not to jeopardize your personal safety a second time. Thanks. I am cautiously heartened by the knowledge that you are not certain to be summarily slaughtered should you choose, for whatever reason, to undertake a leave quest at some point in the future. Oh dear, I do hope I haven't just tempted fate. Okay, so we just got the Iron Curious. We have that. I'm pretty sure what we have is better, so we're taking the money. Okay, and we no longer need this. So now we are heading back over here. How are you today, Seki? Did you have a good dinner? Busy but doing well? I'm glad to hear it. I have made a lot of progress today. So far, we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quests. Sorry, 10 quests. So not all of them MSQ, a lot of them are just average side quests, but we are doing all the quests, so 10 more of them means that 10 fewer that we need to do. Okay, we can turn this in and hopefully Rogue will level up. Why are we on Rogue? That's right, okay, never mind. To the adventurers, merchants, and laborers that come here to partake in fine ale and fine company, the Druthers is like a second home, even and only home to the more unfortunate. We'd be fools not to avail ourselves of the protection of the wood whalers and the god's quiver, but there lies a special satisfaction in defending one's own home. You've done us all proud today, friend. Okay, so that was cloven-hooved whores. That is the incorrect word. Excuse me, I'm going to correct my captioner real quick because it needs to stop doing that. That is not the word I intend to use. And okay, that should fix it. In the middle of job applications, and it's aggravating that for weeks there was nothing and now there's 2 in the same day. I mean, that's kind of how it works. It's all or nothing. That's how it always works. But I'm glad to hear that you are getting some sort of like payoff for the work that you are doing. Okay, Yana, what else do you have for me? The trees have eyes. Okay, so that's... I'm gonna have to write that down in a second. This tavern is sheltered by the Shroud, imparting a sense of peace and tranquility to all within. It is for this reason, as much as Buscaron's ale and yarns of adventure, that wayfarers from across the realm find respite in these tables. But the protection of the forest is not to be taken for granted. No, we must respect and honor the trees. Only in doing so will they do the same for us. And so I would ask you to perform a simple task. You are to make an offering to one of the forest's fallen guardians. Not far from here lie the withered remains of a treant who perished protecting the forest it so loved. Obtain the umbels of 4 antelope does and 2 freshly picked head trap petals, then place them before the treant. After the offering has been made, kneel and bow your head in deference. I can promise you that when you arise, you will do so with a newfound understanding of the significance of my words. Okay, so the trees have eyes is a level 22, so we can add that here. To our handwritten notes. Yeah, very stressful when everything kind of hits at once. Yeah, but from my understanding, the elementals basically are like, everything that lives does so at our bidding. Therefore, it's a worthy sacrifice to them. I don't understand it either, but hey! Also, treants are weird. Take care of them Oberon, did you? Reckon I'll be tucking into a bowl of river trout before long then. Or a nice bit of pike, perhaps. Old Buscaron, you know, he's always done right by me, no matter what I might have gotten up to back in the day. So I don't take kindly to them as would make trouble for him, even if they're fish. You seem like a trustworthy sort, and I can see you've got some skills for your work as adventurer. Let's see you put him to work for the old man, eh? Okay. Iron sabatons, cotton dress shoes, goatskin leg guards. Okay, so that was No Guts, No Glory. I mean, the elementals in this game are very much based on how people used to worship nature gods and goddesses and spirits of other sorts. Giving an animal and plant sacrifice to an elemental is definitely not unheard of. It doesn't make sense in the modern sense of religion, but this is very traditional to a lot of nature worship and a lot of the older and more ancient religions. So, like, I get where you're coming from, but it also has very much to do with the hierarchy of living things in this world and how that is perceived by the nature deities, as it were. Been taking me advice and putting your skills to work at the druthers, have you? Now that's what I like to see from a strapping young lass. Well, tighten your bootstraps, because I've got another job for you. Was down in a pint of Buscaron's finest the other day when I heard that the Kikirin are hoarding stashes of poison around these parts. Can't say for sure what they're up to, but it can't be nothing good. What say you take these fire pots here and go blow up the whole bleeding lot? Okay. So Stash Saboteur is a level 22 as well. Okay, yes, in other ways the elementals don't really operate based on our logic. Not necessarily their logic, but our logic. And yeah, like they also act in really irritating ways as well, and I know what you mean. And I know what you mean as far as plot and all that. But at the same time, like, they're meant to be capricious gods. They're meant to be fickle and almost unknowable in many circumstances. They're not supposed to be using human logic because they're not human. Oh hey, look, more quests. And they're all on our mini-map, so we have to get them. Okay. Occupational hazards is another level 22. Okay. Hail, friend. Would you fancy a flagon of ale, or perhaps... Ah, an adventurer. I can scarce believe my fortune. I was just looking for someone who might assist me in checking on the welfare of a couple of regulars. To be precise, I'm looking for an expedition team poking around in the ruins of Isomhar, due south of here. They usually turn up at the Druthers every few days, covered in dust and hungering for a hot meal, but they've not been in for nigh on a week. Could well be that they're simply occupied with scholarly business, but they'd be running low on supplies by now, and that concerns me. Please, pay them a visit at the ruins and see if aught's amiss. You're looking for one by the name of Ariel, by the way. I forget the other one's name. Yeah. There's a lot to this game. And they do a lot that, again, while it makes sense in the context of a lot of their source materials, it can be very frustrating as a player because it doesn't make sense, especially for someone who is literally operating on the premise of justice as a character. Like, your player character operates on the idea of justice and to the protection of others, so yeah. But also, a lot of the elemental lore got lost when A Realm Reborn was introduced to replace 1.0 of the game. Like, they have every reason to be afraid of these things. Yeah, I wish that they had, like, kind of kept it more accessible, at least as a cinematic to explain things. Hi, Claire, welcome. I'm glad that you have come in to see what all this is about. Yeah, this game has so much lore, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing all of the quests and all of the jobs, so that we can kind of explore that more. A lot of the lore was kind of lost after they scrapped 1.0 of the game because it was such a drastic failure. So currently, even though we are in the first expansion, this is 2.0. So there's a lot of information that we don't know because we didn't get to play, 10 years ago or whatever now. But yeah, thank you for coming and checking me out. How is your day going? Okay, so those are the antelopes. Okay, and here's Ariel, who we were asked to speak to. Yes, may I help you with something? Yoane was concerned for our well-being. How positively sweet of her, but as you can see, we are both quite hale and decidedly not deceased. We did, however, encounter certain practical difficulties when a veritable legion of mosquitoes, they're basically giant mosquitoes, burst forth from the depths of the pit. Your timing is impeccable, as we have only just succeeded in clambering out. In fact, since you are here, perhaps you might prevent a similar situation by slaughtering a number of the pests, say 5 or so. That should be sufficient to frighten the rest of the brood back to the shadows below. Working at home today? Nice. Always a little bit cozier to have that opportunity. And I'm glad today is going well for you. Ah, you are an adventurer, are you not? Tell me, have you any experience in the field of relic hunting? I am currently attempting to catalog all of the artifacts in this area you see, but I am finding the task rather more time-consuming than I had initially anticipated. I am all but convinced that we stand in what was once the Gelmora's residential district. Alas, I have yet to recover a sufficiency of domestic objects to confirm my theory. Should you happen upon any such items while wandering in the area, I would be most grateful if you'd bring them to me. Oh, you always work from home. Still, like I prefer it personally. I've had very few jobs that have allowed me the opportunity to work from home, and it's a little more comfortable. But yes, so this guy is talking about Gelmora, which is related to the lore that Seki and I were just discussing. Gelmora is the name of the, I believe, underground city that the humanoid peoples lived in because they weren't allowed on the surface because of the elementals. It was only after they started treating with the elementals were they able to be permitted to live on the surface. But Gelmora is where they lived before that. So I think I was right in saying that Gelmora is what is now Palace of the Dead, I think, which is a procedurally generated dungeon that is often used for leveling in this game. Yeah, working from home is definitely life changing. I prefer it. I also have been trying to make as many of my doctor's appointments to be telehealth and teletherapy. So being able to just do video calls for that is also just life changing. Okay, so what quest was that he just gave us? So that is we got occupational hazards, so that's pots herds for posterity. So Claire, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that you came from Kate's stream at her suggestion. I can't remember if you were also a streamer or not. Okay. And yes, being able to just stay home instead of having to just go through the exhausting process of getting ready, especially when you already aren't feeling well, it makes a huge difference. Oh, another Ked trap. I don't know why they call this. Oh, I totally get that. I only started a few months ago as well. Today actually marks the end of month 3 for me. What have you been playing on your stream? But yeah, it's hard to be consistent when medical things come up. Okay, 7 out of 8, and there's the last one. Okay. And we're almost level 23 on Rogue. Oh. Friendly. I really don't like these giant mosquitoes. Mass Effect Renegade, nice. Oh, there's more of them. I don't like this. Why are there more of them? Oh, what a nice person coming to our rescue. Oh, come on. Please hit the thing. Oh, and here's more. And I think there's one big last one. Yep. Oh, goodness. Make sure that I wave to the nice people, because I appreciate them helping me. Okay, so I cannot remember where that was. You've also streamed Elden Ring and The Sims. Very cool. I've been watching a few people play Elden Ring. My partner actually just got back into it. He took a big break from it because just stress kind of got to him, so he needed to play something that was a little less open so that he could focus a bit better. And I haven't played The Sims in forever. I tried to get into The Sims way back when, and I probably need like one of those really thick guidebooks in order to get through one properly. Yeah, between stress and being sick, it can be way too much, especially with just how big it is. Yeah, it's easy to get into a game and just focus in on it and then forget it exists. I have done the same thing with a lot of other games. Back so soon, are you quite certain you exercised the appropriate amount of care and delicacy in your search? These artifacts are hundreds of years. Oh, never mind. Show me what you found. A piece of pottery dating back to an age when the city-state of Gelmora prospered. Yes, these are most certainly examples of Gelmoran tableware. Judging by the shape and ornamentation, they appear to be cups of the kind once used to serve herbal infusions, or possibly vegetable broth. Perfect. My work here is far from done, but this discovery brings me one tantalizing step closer to realizing my dream, the restoration of these ruins and their re-establishment as a settlement for the Duskwhite Elizan. Gridanians have long perceived my people as outcasts and brigands, yet if we Duskwites can return a measure of prosperity to this fallen city, we would no longer need to resort to common theft or banditry in order to make ends meet. Imagine it. But I'm rambling. Thank you for your help. Mostly into building that. Yeah. That's part of the reason why I got lost. One of the Sims that I was playing was Sim City, and I just couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out anything, and there weren't instructions. I wish there were. It looked so cool. Okay. And he has shoes and lots of potions. Cotton dress shoes again? They just really want me to have fancy footwear. Okay, so looking in. Okay, so we need to do Spirited Away, the Trees of Eyes, Stash Saboteur, and Occupational Hazards, and then we'll be able to continue on. Yeah, I really wanted to like it. No, that is a very good way to put it. I really wanted to like it. My, that was marvelous work, Adventurer. Many thanks. Perhaps now we might return to our research in relative peace. Oh, the ruins you can see down there are part of the ancient subterranean city known as the Gelmora. For Duskwhite Elizans such as ourselves, it represents a valuable and unexpected opportunity to learn more about the settlement where our ancestors once dwelled. Yet, as fascinating as the ruins are, I do believe I have had my fill of the inside of that hole for the time being. At any rate, you can assure Yoane that the two of us, ahem, particularly my brother, are quite well and will soon be along to partake in Buskron's finest meat and mead. I haven't tried Sim Tower. I'm not familiar with it. So what would you... I'm trying to imagine what Sim Tower would be like. Okay. Thank you, friend. Buskron might come off as rough-hewn to strangers, but I tell you, he's been right devastated were anything to happen to one of his regulars. What's that? Ariel assures me that her brother is in fine fettle as well? Why, I have not the slightest idea of whom she speaks, nor why that would concern me. Humph! Oh, we have a new minion and it's gross. Oh. Once made a 10-story house. That was a tiny room per floor. I don't... Okay. High rise, and you build floors with different things like restaurants, stores, condos, hotel rooms, etc. And the infrastructure to support it like stairs and elevators. That sounds really cool. It also sounds kind of like a Japanese mall, which I appreciate. That is the incorrect button for what I was trying to accomplish. Okay, so up here is the Cairn, so we can do that next. Oh, and we're level 23. So we're going to switch from Rogue. I probably should have been paying better attention. Over to Marauder and hope for the best. Are we wearing all the correct clothes? Yes, including the shoes. But yeah, that sounds really cool. I am a big fan of trying to make things work within constraints, which you might have noticed since I am playing a challenge run of this game. Okay, so this one is the AoE and this one is the ranged. Okay. Why isn't it... Oh. I want to be away from this. We're trying to blow things up, I forgot. Uh-oh. We're just gonna keep smacking things. And try and stay out of the way. Oh no, it sounded like another one. Nope, nope, we're good. Okay. Now, before another one comes out. We exploded one. And two. Okay, so the third one must be behind the building then? Yes. Okay. So that's Stash Saboteur. And now we go back down to Buscarons, while running past all of the enemy mobs. We're getting through a lot today. I wouldn't be surprised if by the time stream ends we'll have done 20 quests, which is awesome. And feels good after it took an additional hour just to get through 10, whereas the week before we had time to spare. The poison stashes are no more, you say? Good lass, your next pint will be on me. Were it my druthers, I'd grab those Kikirn one by one and string 'em up by their ratty ears, but old man Buscaron won't have none of that. Says each battle we forgo now saves us one down the road, and to tell the truth, I'm starting to come round to his ways. Hooray! Marauder is level 23. Okay. What is... oh. The gross little larva minion. I guess we'll keep it. I really don't like mosquitoes, and it really grosses me out that they're forcing me to have mosquitoes everywhere. One of these days I really need to put a link in the about section to, I believe the website is called Does the Dog Die? It's basically, hey, is there anything in this game, movie, book, etc. that might be upsetting to someone? And it has very specific questions, but I'm not sure that it has any that are just about bugs, but it does have some for arachnophobia. But it would be helpful for some people, I'm sure. Withered Treant. We are going to give him antelope bulls. When making an offering of antelope innards to the spirits of the wood, it is proper that they are still warm. Important to know. And now we are placing Ked trap petals. The spirits of the wood despise those creatures who would shun harmony, such as the ravenous Ked traps. Offerings of the seedkin's petals will soothe the savage spirits. Yeah, going into a defensive stance on reflex is... it makes sense. Okay, we are selecting it, so now we kneel. We knelt in respect. What is this for? Or is that just part of the map? It's just part of the map. Okay, I thought it was an enemy target. Some of them have those. Okay. Let's see. I don't mind spiders, but I don't like spiders. Many years ago now, I was dating a guy and we went on a yoga retreat together because I wanted to go and he said, okay, we'll go together. Which is very nice of him. I hope he's doing well. And he doesn't like spiders at all. So being at a yoga retreat in the middle of nowhere, there were spiders in our little... it wasn't even a cabin, it was something just very, very small. And it was just like a two-person wooden tent. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. But there were 4 large wolf spiders in our little dwelling for the weekend, and he was standing up on the bed and I was down on the ground with a little paper cup, gently picking the spiders up into it and saying, okay, I understand that this is normally your home, but for this weekend you gotta get out. Yeah, I'm not as bothered by them in video games. Like the mosquitoes definitely just they bring something out in me that it just they are always upsetting regardless of context, but spiders in games don't bother me very much. I used to play World of Warcraft, and that game has much more spider-like spiders than Final Fantasy does. Like, there are definitely scorpions that are said to be spiders in this game, and there are long, spindly legged things that have really gross faces, as we discovered early on in this playthrough. But they don't look like spiders, which I appreciate. But yeah, spiders in video games don't bother me as much unless they are like vicious and you cannot get away. Like spiders in cutscenes bother me. Kind of like googly eyes, yeah. You placed the offering like I asked. I thank you. The tree you have honored was not always withered thus. Unable to bear the changes racking the forest in the wake of the calamity, it lost all trace of vibrant life, wasting away into its current haggard appearance. You adventurers may see treants as little more than overgrown adversaries, but to many of us local folk revere these creatures as guardians of the woods. It is nature's way that we tend to those who once tended to us. Should we forsake our protectors now, then we ourselves will be forsaken when their protection is needed once more. I love all of the clothing dye that they keep giving me. Okay, so now it is... Oh! Apparently we have to go back to Gridania. We weren't supposed to make it to Buscaron's druthers just yet. Hire a porter. Oh, it only goes to Quarry Mill? That's rude. We'll just teleport then. Hopefully being near the Aetherite won't explode my computer. Acer iPad? Okay, it corrected itself. I did get the port to Quarry Mill, yes. Is it not up there? Yeah, it's right there. But I needed the Chocobo to Gridania, and apparently there isn't one there. It's getting hot in here. I mentioned at the very beginning of the stream that today it's 104 degrees Fahrenheit, which is exactly 40 degrees Celsius. Unpleasant. Well, if it isn't our intrepid ambassador, how fare your diplomatic efforts with the Sylph tribes? Their elders gone missing, you say? Why, if he were to end up in the hands of the Tempered Ones, we'd have a crisis on our hands. You can assure the Sylphs that my sharp-eyed serpents will be on the lookout night and day. No stone must be left unturned. I would ask you to call upon Gaia Mulco at Bent Branch Meadows and deliver the message that the Wood Whalers are needed in the search effort. Okay. So now we go to Bent Branch Meadows, and I know that we can get a Chocobo there. Yep. Thank you for checking. Okay. Chocobo Porter. Down to Bent Branch Meadows. Didn't I have something else I needed to do in Bent Branch? Not French Branch. Bent Branch. But yes, having two screens is very new to me, so now I can see my captions as they happen, whereas before I could not. So it's just like I'm a little better able to catch it when it's captioning the wrong thing. But at the same time, I can only do so much to correct it in real time because it is an AI program. Like, not completely AI. Would it be considered AI? It's a program that does voice recognition and makes assumptions. Thank you. I actually started streaming with captions because it was important to me to make sure that it was inclusive. So I'm using a free website. Let me just check that real quick because obviously I have it up. It is webcaptioner.com, and it's a little bit fickle to make it work, but I added it to my overlay first thing because, again, I wanted to make sure that this was inclusive, and I'm glad that I did because I do know that I have at least one deaf and or hard of hearing person who watches my streams. So it's, yeah, make your streams inclusive. It's very important. And also hydrate, because that is very important. Technically an AI? Programmed intelligence. Okay. Okay, I'm glad that I was using that correctly. A message from Commander Hulot, you say? The Sylph Elder has vanished? Worry not, friend. The wood whalers have eyes under every leaf, behind every branch. If the Elder is anywhere in these forests, we shall find him. Okay, now we go to Buscaron. I wonder if we can get a porter from here. I was actually really surprised at how simple it was to do. There's another streamer. Her name is Hey Shady Lady, and she has videos on YouTube explaining how to do these things. So that's where I found the instructions for the captioning, and again, it took me maybe 20 minutes. It wasn't hard, and I'm very glad for it. The hardest part has been that I am playing a very high fantasy game with high fantasy naming conventions. So I have to go back and watch my VODs, which I do anyway, not vibes, VODs. And from there, I can do word replacement. So, for example, for Chocobo, the lovely birds that we have been riding on, the horse birds, it would correct to choked oboe. And now it doesn't because I have the word replacement. So even if I'm saying very clearly choked oboe, it will correct to chocobo. Will you go to the druthers? No. I have to run there myself. Yeah, very abused instruments. So my word replacement for this program is very long because we have all of these various city and town names, the location names, and all of these characters that use different names. So for other player characters, it's not as big of a deal because I don't have anyone that I really stream with. But for NPCs, especially recurring NPCs, it's important to me to have their names show up correctly so that it's recognizable. So, for example, Alphino has been showing up, and it's not always going to correct it because there's so many different ways that it's going to try to correct it incorrectly. So, Alphino, there, it did correct that time. Okay, so it's 4 o'clock, so this is going to be our last cutscene for the stream. Well met, adventurer. We have the finest grog and grub this side of... Not here to fill your belly, then? Ah, a hunger for news, is it? Aye, there's been talk of Sylph lurking hereabouts, but I couldn't rightly say if it was the Elder you seek. Those woodland scamps all look alike. Short of painting one red and another blue, most folk would struggle to tell two of them apart. If you've the time, mayhap you could stay a while and see what the gods have in store. You never know, you might even stumble across this Sylph Elder of yours. Okay, so we're gonna accept that next quest. Trother's house rules. Oh, this is the one where we get an egg. No word on the Sylph Elder yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. In the meantime, how about doing a favor for old Buscaron in return? Right then, let's put you to work. There's a customer outside who's spoiling for a fight, and I need you to cool him off for me. No need to go cracking any skulls, though. Just take this tub of cold water and to douse the drunkard. Tends to do the trick. My patrons can swill grog all night and carouse loud enough to wake the dead if they wish, but as soon as it turns violent, I've got to put my boot down. Well, this one's quick enough, and I did incorrectly leave it on Marauder, even though I should have switched over. Let's see, we were going to do Lancer next, which is a ways from being 23. So, let's just do this real quick. Okay, so this man, this mead-soaked Midlander. What are you staring at? You want to keep them eyes in your face? Here's a water-filled tub. The wooden tub entrusted to you at Buscaron's Druthers is now filled to the brim with cool river water. Ah, no ficas! I'm not saying that. That's cold! What do you mean, no fighting? This Duskwhite scum was... Yeah, I know the rules. The bastard gets to keep his skin. For now. Okay, and now we turn it in. I think this is our last level 22 MSQ, so next time we are going to need to work on all of our level 22 and below side quests. Nicely done, Arietta. I'll not have my patrons picking fights with each other over a bit of petty prejudice. In case you didn't see, the bloke who caught the brunt of that outburst is a Duskwhite Ellison. There are people who shun cities to live in the wilds, making them no better than brigands in the eyes of many. To be fair, the Duskwhites can be an unruly lot, but they ain't so bad once you get to know them. And it don't seem right to bar a whole race of people from the Druthers for the misdeeds of a few. There should be at least one place where anyone willing to pay the coin and drink in peace is welcome, don't you think? Yes, thank you for the chicken egg. I love how the side quests are going around murdering stuff, and the MSQ is pour stuff on a guy and make him leave. Yeah, I mean, the main story quests are there to move along the main story, whereas the side quests are like, do chores for me. Okay. It is integral to the continued existence of Eorzea that you pour water on an angry man. I mean, don't you have to for part of the MSQ at some point? I'm pretty sure you do. I'm pretty sure it's part of the Heavensward quest line at some point. Yes. Yes, I did. I did in fact do that. Okay. So, I am going to try a thing. And we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try a thing. It's going to take a second. All right. So, to end off this stream, and since we are at 3 months now, I think it's about time that we try raiding a channel. Not writing a channel, raiding a channel. So, there is a streamer that I have watched a few of her streams. This is her first playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. She's farther along than I am. I think she is either in post A Realm Reborn content or Heavensward content. But this is going to be my first raid ever. So let's do that. So for the raid message, let's go with that one. Keep with the rabbit lady theme. All right. So she is a larger streamer because she started off on Facebook, I think, but her name is It's Hillary Mason. And like I said, she uh, is playing her first playthrough. Her pronouns are she, her. And yeah, let's do this. All right. So thank you everybody for coming in today. Let's give this a go. Have a good one. Okay.